New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani proposing an increase in New York City property taxes as part of this year's budget plan, which the Wall Street Journal argues will soak the average New Yorker, writing, quote, "This would smack middle-class homeowners in the outer boroughs as well as the wealthy in Manhattan." Mr. Mamdani's transparent goal is to raise public pressure on Albany to soak high earners. Columbia alumni and founder of the Rational New Yorker, Denise Cohen, joins me now. Denise, thanks for being here. And let me explain the pressure tactic being used here. We kind of mentioned it, the Wall Street Journal did. What he wants to do, he wants to say, look, I'm going to threaten these property taxes on everybody unless Albany institutes a really, really high, even higher tax burden on the wealthy. Do you think this tactic will ultimately work? And if it does, what does that say about where the Democratic Party is, not just in New York City, not just in New York State, but nationally?
I think it's going to work. None of this should be a surprise to any of us. He's getting it all wrong. He told us he was going to get it wrong in his campaigning. So what he's trying to do right now is threaten a governor who's running for re-election, who's made it very clear she's not going to allow taxes to be raised. So he's going to find other ways to do it. There are many, many ways to, suck money out of New Yorkers that have no options, nowhere to go. And the people who get hurt the most are the middle class that don't have options, that can't flee.
Because the number he's floating out there for the property part of this, 9.5%. I don't know about you in your average ordinary life, not knowing tons of billionaires, and maybe you do. I'm going to assume that you don't. Do you know anybody who can afford 9.5% additional property taxes that already lives in the city and is already strained to the max?
No, we're already paying so much. And I don't, and the thing is, the reason that it's particularly offensive is because our budget is already so much larger than any major city, and we get so much less for it. He's increasing it by $10 billion, and he's actually covering it by this pretend 9.5%, which is never going to materialize. I don't see how. And not looking to cut anything. Rather, what he's doing is increasing all the social services that he promised that he would. The Department of Education already sucks up 40% of the budget, and he's increasing that by $3 billion without any guarantees for increase in reading or writing, but certainly, maintaining those high DEI department head salaries.
Yeah, it's not like the Department of Education in New York City is pumping out Rhodes Scholar after Rhodes Scholar. It's not the best system. Pouring more money into it, which has been the process for years, clearly isn't working. Do you think ultimately, at the end of the day, this is going to lead to that mass exodus of people from New York that real estate experts, that financial experts have been threatening since we started talking about Mamdani?
I certainly hope not. I don't think it will. I think a lot of people that have already left, miss the city. There are new people that are coming in. The question really is the very wealthy who are footing the bill for everything. As we know, the top 1% already pays 50% of the taxes, almost 50%, and about 50% don't pay anything. So will they leave? I think those that have left, that were going to leave, have gone already. But, who knows how bad it's going to get. It's not just about the money. It's about the quality of life. We're paying so much and getting so little, and I think ultimately that could be the breaking point.
And in addition, Mamdani is saying he is not going to fill the 5,000 police department positions that Mayor Adams put in his budget. Just quickly, what is that going to do for those of us who live, work, and even travel to New York City? About 15 seconds.
Yeah, he's certainly killing those 5,000 jobs. These are quality of life issues that are going to be affected. Because as it is, they're not really, going after the felony crimes and stuff like that. Those things are being dismissed. So the crime rates are actually suppressed. But the quality of life crimes, theft, that sort of stuff, that's really going to hurt us. And we're going to see more places like Duane Reade's and CVS is shutting down because you can't do anything in the streets anymore.
Somebody voted for this, a lot of people, because he won the election last November. Now we're seeing the results of that.
None of this is surprising.
Denise Cohen, thank you.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.